Hey, I'm Tony K, and I collect Transformers. But this video isn't just for a Transformer collector, it's for anybody who collects an action figure. Your action figures come in a package that you may or may not want to save, and if you want to save it, think about the future. Think about what side of the package you're going to go in through, because none of them say open here. Think about whether you're going to just save the card if it's on a card, if it's a box, if you're just going to save the cardboard and flatten it, or if you're going to save all of the plastic parts too. And now if you're going to save all of the twist ties and strings and rubber bands, then this video is still for you. If you're like me, you've watched a variety of action figure reviews on YouTube, and you might have noticed that a lot of the reviewers will show you the package, review the package, and then cut to the figure already opened and out of the package. So you wonder, what techniques did they use to open their package? Do they save their packages? Well, I'm going to show you how I open my package. After years of collecting, I look for key elements before cutting in. We're going to run through a variety of Transformers figures that I've been collecting over the last few months. If I got a figure every other week, then you can imagine how long all of this has taken me. We have got Transformers Prime, first edition Optimus, Bulkhead, Viacon, Masterpiece Thundercracker, Toys R Us exclusive, Transformers Prime, Arachnid, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Cyberverse Shockwave, Scout Class Scalpel from Revenge of the Fallen, as well as Chromia and Wheelie, and then finally Robot Replicas Frenzy. It was very difficult holding on to these figures for so many months, but I wanted to make this video for you guys, and I had to have the time to make the video. So these figures just kept collecting. But this is going to give us a good chance to look at opening a Masterpiece figure, opening several Voyager class figures and Deluxe class figures, even a Cyberverse and a Scout class and a Robot Replica. So we're going to see how these various figures come packaged, how they're tied on with either twist ties or paper-made strings. Sometimes they come where you can just pull the string and untie a bow. Other times you might want to cut into it. And speaking of cutting, you might think, I'll grab a knife, I'll cut into it. But you might have a variety of options, from a kitchen knife to a hunting knife to, let's say, your modifier. You like to modify your figures, or you're just a crafts person. You might have your X-Acto knife. If you're just a badass and you carry your switchblade around, sometimes I'll get a figure right at the store. I want to open it before I leave the parking lot, so I just pull my knife off my belt, start opening. But I prefer using a utility knife. Good strong handle, extra sharp blade, and we'll get more into why these various knives work better than others. Also, a pair of snippers come in handy. So let's get cutting. We're going to start with Masterpiece Thundercracker. I haven't opened this before, so I'll probably cut out my various ums and uhs as I mumble through the video. Having already purchased a Masterpiece Starscream from Walmart several years ago, I do believe that these packages will slide right out the top. And I've just got 4 pieces of tape on the top of the package. This one I come in through the side. I'm just slicing through the tape. Not cutting any plastic at all. I think it would be neat if these packages came and they like clipped open and closed, rather than being taped. They had little latches or something. Of course, I'd probably raise the price. Now that I've got that tape cut, pull the figure out. Cool. Easy enough. No little weapons, guns, mech-tech guns. Oh, I hate those things. The powerizer weapons from the Voyager class US released Transformers Prime action figures. Horrible weapons. Alright, so I'm looking at these little cardboard strings. I imagine you've seen them before. Sometimes I've gotten them where it's tied in a nice, neat little bow and I can just pull the string and it's done. But these are knotted. So I'm going to use my snippers. I thought about cutting from the front of the package. My hands shake, ladies and gentlemen. They shake. It's a problem. But not a big problem. If it were a bigger problem, I would go in through the back. So I didn't risk snipping or scratching the plastic. By clipping it in the front, I can just pull this out of the back. Clipping it in the back, I can try to pull, but if it gets snagged in the front, it didn't. I'm lucky. We'll continue with the back. Pull, snip. Haha! Stuck in the front. Easy peasy. What reviewer says that? Do you know? Can you name that reviewer? Now, there are several rubber bands on here. Those actually can be kind of cool and useful if you save them. I think I use them to hold some weapons in some action figures' hands, but I don't want to save them. Not this time. So just a little snip, a snip of the tip. Snip, snip, snip. Uh-oh. I've been doing this off camera, so we might have just cut some video out. So we didn't waste your time as I snip things without you being able to see. If I recall, one of those professional reviewers had mentioned something about this thing pulling off very easily. Okay, one more rubber band. What all fell off of here as we were working? Missiles fell off. One on this side. And one on this side. Huh. Okay. So we've got Masterpiece Thundercracker out of the package, but what else is in that package? We've got the stand with the plastic support beam wrapped in plastic. And instructions. The boxes will be going into the closet I'll leave the instructions in there if I need the instructions in the future. I'll just watch a review. Okay, so this piece of the stand comes out of the bottom. It's in a plastic bag that has a piece of tape on the end. Again, depending on how important it is for you that you feel to save things, you could save this plastic bag. I'm not going to save this bag. I will save the plastic trays. If I ever decide to sell my collection in the future or gift it away, then it'll be nice to be able to pass it on in the package. There goes that fin here again. Wonder if that's going to need some modding. No, that's better. So now let's say you've decided, hey, I'm done with this figure. I'm going to put it in the closet for a while. I ran out of room. I'm moving. How do I pack my Transformers for moving? I can put them back in their original boxes with their plastic trays. Easier said than done, for sure. Definitely. Easier said than done. After I'm done with this video, I'm pulling this thing right back out to put on the shelf. Alright, so would you like to buy a Thundercracker? Mint condition, owned by a collector. Just kidding. I'm going to set this guy aside and we're going to move on. So that's what the Masterpiece figure was like. But we are now left with a pile of rubbish. So, trash with it. That concludes today's video. Tune in next time for First Edition Voyager Class Optimus Prime. Thank you for watching.